Hello Pisces, and welcome to Ultra Instinct Tarot. My name is Andres, and I will be taking care of you for this reading. So I will be receiving the help from these homies. Alright. Ooh, this one wants to come out. Alright, and since the whole goal is to learn the ways of the Ultra Instinct, we're gonna just go ahead and get started with love. With the Two of Cups. What a beautiful way to start, Pisces. Isn't that such a beautiful way? So if we have the Tree of Life here, so we're very high up in the Tree of Life. We're in the Two of Cups, which is the emotions. So this is the reflection of the One from the emotion point of view. It is above the abyss. So this is a different kind of love than from what we can explain with words, since it is in the nothingness. All of this up here is going to be hard to understand in our 3D point of view, human, earthly point of view. It's very high up in the tree, but it is love, and this is the reflection. So this is outside love too. Just love the emotion. The Two of Cups. This is Venus in Cancer. The Two of Cups is perhaps the most beautiful of the small cards of the Thoth Tarot. While Harris doesn't completely ignore the color scales, she does give herself room for innovation. The calm green sea, the rose-colored lotuses, and the amber dolphins. Or are they koi? They conform nicely, but she breaks rank a bit by giving us a violet sky. The card is magnificently beautiful and a fitting representative of the first manifestation of the element water. It is the energy of water in its best and highest form. It is the energy of water in its best and highest form. Harris shows her appreciation of the card by sharing a perhaps apocryphal event involving the card. Okay, so this story is pretty cool, and this literally explains the Two of Cups in perfection. So she's at an exhibition, and she says, also, a little person aged 2, scuttling and crawling, was asked which picture. A little person aged 2 was asked which picture. She went straight to the Two of Cups, love. I thought she would forget, and asked her again 10 minutes later, and she toddled off to the same picture. That, she said again. So a little person aged 2 gets asked which picture, and she goes to this picture and she says that. A little person of age 2. So because the number 2 is particularly expressive of will, Crowley wrote about this card. This card might really be renamed the Lord of Love under Will, for that is its true, full and true name. Meaning, it shows the harmony of the male and the female, interpreted in the largest sense. It is perfect and placid harmony, radiating an intensity of joy and ecstasy. So it's the harmony of the male and the female. So movement becomes harmonious instead of clashing. But we have love, And we have happiness. The Nine of Cups. I don't know how much better of a start we can get for reading Pisces. I don't know. The Nine of Cups. So now we are here in the foundation, the Moon of Cups. The Nine of Cups. Happiness. The Nine of Cups is Jupiter in Pisces. Okay. So is everybody happy? Yes. See what happens when we return to a stability of the middle pillar. So the middle pillar. Stability. Happiness. This is one of the best cards in the deck. Let's go Pisces! Pisces, being the mutable sign of water, tends to stabilize the element. She is most welcome in Yesod, the sphere of the watery moon. Yesod is also the foundation, the sephira that stabilizes the entire tree of life. This provides a most cozy, stabilizes the entire tree of life. This provides a most cozy and satisfying environment for lovable Jupiter to happily enjoy the good life as only Jupiter and his friends can. That sounds awesome, Pisces. It's about time. Jupiter also has an affinity to water. Chesed, the sphere of Jupiter, Crowley affirms, represents water and is its highest material manifestation. Jupiter. Everybody is literally happy. Harris follows the color scales and pups up the Golden Dawn model by straightening her streams of flowing water as if they were spurting from the lotus flowers and gushing under pressure into large, bold cups. The whole image is one of voluptuous, surreal, Victorian clutter. There is hardly room for her to include the symbols of Jupiter and Pisces at the top and at the bottom of the card. So we have love and we have happiness that comes along with that love. Healing. That sounds nice. See, we started over here and I thought this was the beginning, but this might actually be the end, and this might be the beginning, but who knows? We'll see. But we're in the middle now, the foundation. So in the last card it said that the middle pillar, the 9, was what sustained the tree of life. So maybe this might be one of the apples from the tree. This might be the root that'll sustain this love and happiness. But we'll see. We have healing. This is the King of Cups, the King of Water. So this is the male masculinity form of water. The King of Cups has not necessarily control over his emotions, but he listens to the emotions and can order them in a way that doesn't get you stuck in your emotions, you know? It is a time when the deeply buried wounds of the past are coming to the surface, ready and available to be healed. The King of Cups listens to his emotions. The figure in this card is naked, vulnerable, open to the loving touch of existence. The aura around his body is full of light, and the quality of relaxation, caring, and love that surrounds him is dissolving his struggle and suffering. Lotuses of light appear on his physical body, and around the subtle energy bodies that healers say surround each of us. In each of these subtle layers appears a healing crystal or pattern. When we are under the healing influence of the King of Water, we are no longer hiding from ourselves or others. In this attitude of openness and acceptance, we can be healed and help others also to be healthy and whole. No, you carry your wound. With the ego, your whole being is a wound, and you carry it around. Nobody is interested in hurting you. Nobody is positively waiting to hurt you. Everybody is engaged in safeguarding his own wound. Who has got the energy? But still it happens because you are so ready to be wounded, so ready, just waiting on the brink for anything. You cannot touch a man of Tao. Why? Because there is no one to be touched. There is no wound. He is healthy, healed, whole. This word whole is beautiful. The word heal comes from the whole, and the word holy also comes from the whole. He is whole, healed, holy. Be aware of your wound. Don't help it to grow. And my dog just barked. So be aware of your wound. Don't help him. And she barked again, because that's important. Be aware of your wound. Listen. Pay attention to it instead of burying it down, deep down. It's time to watch and listen to what that wound needs. Don't help it to grow. Let it be healed. And it will be healed only when you move to the roots. The roots. So what Hank holds up, the tree of life. The less the head, the more the wound will heal. With no head, there is no wound. Live a headless life. Move as a total being and accept things. Just for 24 hours, try it. Total acceptance. Whatsoever happens. Someone insults you, accept it, don't react, and see what happens. Suddenly you will feel an energy flowing in you that you have not felt before. And it's surrounded by love, and we are also here surrounded by love. Playfulness. Nice. And when you watch, instead of feeling the need to protect yourself from the, or protect the wound, then playfulness will come from this healing. And we have happiness and love surrounding this. Playfulness is the page of fire, which is the page of will. So this is literally playfulness. So your will, instead of being, go, 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 it's playful now. The page of fire. Life is rarely as serious as we believe it to be. When we recognize this fact, it responds by giving us more and more opportunities to play. The woman in this card is celebrating the joy of being alive, like a butterfly that has emerged from its chrysalis into the promise of the light. She reminds us of the time when we were children, discovering seashells on the beach or building castles in the sand without any concern that the waves might come and wash them away in the next moment. She knows that life is a game, and she's playing the part of a clown right now, with no sense of embarrassment or pretense. When the page of fire enters your life, it is a sign that you are ready for the fresh and the new. Something wonderful is just on the horizon, and you have just the right quality of playful innocence and clarity to welcome it with open arms. You're ready, Pisces. The moment you start seeing life as non-serious, a playfulness, all the burden on your heart disappears. You heal. All the fear of death, of life, of love, everything disappears. One starts living with a very light weight or almost no weight. So weightless one becomes, and one can fly in the open sky. The sun's greatest contribution is to give you an alternative to the serious man, to the adult. I feel like none of us really would want to be an adult right now. The serious man has made the world. The serious man has made all the religions. He has created all the philosophies, all the cultures, all the moralities. Everything that exists around you is a creation of the serious man. Zen has dropped out of the serious world, has created a world of its own, which is very playful, full of laughter, wherein great masters behave like children. Yeah, that's gonna be insanely important right now, especially during these times where everything feels so serious. Screw growing up to be an adult. Kids know what's up. Just like that 2-year-old, you know, she knew what was up. Interesting. The 4 of Cups. So we are below the abyss. This is the first, like from the nothing, the first manifestation, you know, not necessarily the first, but the first one you can see of emotions. It's this, the sphere is about mercy. So the 4 of Cups is like, you're telling the universe, nah. Like, are we saying not all of this? Because why would you say no to living life like this, you know? 4 of Cups. So this is about detachment, contemplation, indifference, lack of interest. New opportunities are around every corner, but the fool is too unmotivated or indifferent to see them. Instead feel like heavy burdens. Environment and routines can feel dull, uninspiring, and disconnected. The fool may instead choose to contemplate, coming out of these moments wiser and with a deeper appreciation for the opportunities that are granted to him. When we stop focusing on the present moment, we lose sight of the gifts life offers us. What prevents you from enjoying the present? Are you stuck in the past or always worrying about the future? These things can distract us from the beauty and the wonder that is unfolding in front of our eyes. What hinders your ability to receive joy? Okay. Nice. Alright, this makes complete sense. So I started over here. I started in the future, you know, because that's where we would want to be. We don't really feel like being in this present that we are in right now. We would rather be over here, which is why I started over here in the future. We are saying no to our present moment right now instead of being vulnerable to it, listening to the wounds, paying attention to the wounds instead of telling our wounds no. I wonder what this is. Wow. Yeah, this is all about the emotions. Yeah, and so we're saying no to the present moment now. But instead of doing that, to lead to this that we wanted, you know, I was so happy that these was the start of the reading, you know. But we're really over here. And to get there, we need playfulness and healing, being vulnerable, and saying yes to these wounds. Because to know these happiness and love, you gotta know the opposite, which is wounds. You can't, if water was hot all the time, you wouldn't know it was hot because that's all you knew. You'd just say water is that, you know. But since we have cold water we can compare the hot water to, now we know, oh, one of them's hot and the other one is cold. You know, which way would you like to go? More hot or more cold? But we get stuck. The Ace of Cups, it's all the potential of the emotions is what the Ace cards are. So if you look at the Tree of Life, this is the Ace of Cups. And then the partners over here, the 2. But this is like the god of emotions, you could think of the card as. But it really feels like the path is right here, Pisces. I think that makes very, very good sense. So I'm gonna end the reading here with some advice from the Office Oracle deck that I made, that I'm super proud of. Wow, yeah. Let me start with the last card, which is about the good old days. So this is Nardog saying, I wish there was a way to know you're in the good old days before you've actually left them. And see, that's, even though these days suck, they are good old days, because when you're over here, you're gonna really appreciate that you went through this. Not that you keep choosing this, you know, but that you went through it to know you want to be here, you want to be playful. It's so much more fun to be playful than to be serious. I think that's kind of the main point. Oh my god. This is the love card in this deck. Number 24. That's crazy, dude, actually. Look, this says, love is here. What a beautiful proposal. What a beautiful couple. What a beautiful family. What a beautiful moment. Everything about this thing is just beautiful. That's what love is, just beautiful. Love is what makes it all worth it in the end. All the pain, all the tears, all the struggle, all the darkness. It's all so worth it when you find love. And it's there. Just gotta... You're already there, Pisces. Be more playful with yourself. It's time to have fun.